everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be going up tomorrow, which is Sunday. I have something in the works this week just for fun to see how I can go about it, but make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on my videos. But I'm not really gonna say what I'm doing, but I just wanted to just go for it without any explanation. So here we are. This is the first video. The first thing that I did today was I got up. I'm literally in my Miranda Sings shirt with my cats on the front. I just finished eating breakfast. I had some coffee, and I also had a chocolate croissant from Trader Joe's. I have a better picture I'll pop up while I'm talking of what it looked like before this happened. And then I have a very fun, relaxing Saturday. I am actually going to be doing some reading sprints with Sarah from Sarah's Reading Nook, because I saw that she is doing her Catterday reading sprints, hence the shirt as well, because it's got cats on it. Another thing that I have been doing is I have been watching The Vampire Diaries, and it's been so much fun. I'm almost done. I think tomorrow I'll have the last 2 episodes of the first season completed. I have watched this show before, but I'm trying to re-watch it because I really want to watch the originals, because I've only seen bits and pieces of it, and then Legacies I really want to see, even though I know everything that's happening. It's been so long since I've watched the whole show that I wanted to re-watch it to remember everything that happened, so I could go into the spin-off series knowing everything, being fresh on my mind and not from years ago. So anyways, that is happening right now because I feel like that's so much fun to do with this time of year, vampires, spooky season, you know. I also was really into Scooby-Doo for a hot minute. I'm still kind of watching it, but I haven't watched it in a hot minute, but it's a very good show. I love Scooby-Doo. Anyways, what else was I gonna say? Oh, another thing, as you can tell, I'm a little rusty on vlogging, but I'm trying my best because I really want to try and do Vlogmas this year. So I'm trying to work my way into vlogging again. But another thing that I wanted to mention is obviously we have to talk about Midnights by Taylor Swift. I don't really have I have the songs that I like, and then the songs that I'm still kind of getting used to that aren't really my favorite, but I like them, but I need to listen to them a couple more times, if you know what I mean. I have it on the 3 a.m. edition one because it's got all the songs on it. Also, there is a song that's called Hits Different that's on one of the CDs at Target, and I don't live near Target, and I did not order it because I've been getting the songs on Spotify, but there's one song I'm waiting for her to post, which is the Hits Different song, and I have not yet heard that one yet, but I really want to hear it. But anyways, my top ones, from the very first listen, when I first listened to it the other night at 11 o'clock, because I'm an hour behind on midnight when it came out, I loved Lavender Haze. Maroon is a top one for me. I like Anti-Hero. It kind of gives me, I like it better. It reminds me of The Archer, but I like this one better than The Archer. And then I really liked Midnight Rain is a good one that I really like. You're on Your Own Kid kind of made me a little sad, so I like it, but I don't like it at the same time. And then I need to listen to Question a couple more times, but I've seen theories that it's about Harry Styles, which kind of makes sense if you know their relationship situation and everything. And then I love the Vigilante, you know, love that one. That's one of my favorites on here because I really was into her Reputation era, and that kind of gives me the Reputation vibes. Bejeweled, I feel like it's definitely an upbeat version of Mirrorball, and I do like that one, but I had to listen to it a couple more times. Same with Lambeth, but Karma, oh my gosh, love that song. It's so good. And then Sweet Nothing is one that I need to listen to a couple more times, and Mastermind feels kind of Long Live or Change that were for fans and us fans. I feel like that was kind of what that is about. and then the ones from the like last little bit of them, like the ones that she brought out at 3 o'clock in the morning, I like The Great War, Paris, and Glitch is a really good one, and Would've, Could've, Should've. When I listened to that, I was like, oh, that's about John Mayer. I'm sorry, but that is. And I like literally listened to it and I was like, yes, that's a song about him. And then, but yeah, those are like, and then Bigger Than the Whole Sky, I cannot listen to that song. Literally, I listened to it and bawled my eyes out because it made me think too much of my mom. And I feel like that had to have been a song that she wrote for her mom, like she's done in the past. Because it literally like got me right in my feels, so I could not listen to that one. But that is my thoughts on Midnights. I definitely feel like, so I was thinking about this the other day, but I definitely feel like this album was supposed to be the Karma album, but she kind of like switched it a little bit. And if you notice in the like the Man music video, when she puts Karma at the top of the clock situation, it's at Midnights, but I feel like she knew she was gonna call it, like I feel like Karma was supposed to be like maybe either an album or it was supposed to be like a single that didn't ever come out, and then now we have the Karma song, if that makes sense. And then, but it was supposed to be on an album called Midnights, but she couldn't say the album name yet without, you know, having it all come out or whatever. So she hid it under the Karma name. And then so when she put it up on Midnights, it was at midnight on the little like clock on the wall. It's like that was what it was supposed to be on, was Karma was a song on the Midnights album, but she couldn't say Midnights, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's just a theory. It's just a weird like what I think is having. And also I feel like this album, obviously I feel like most people know this if you listen to the songs and you know Taylor, that I feel like it's definitely, which it makes sense because she said it was like 13 sleepless nights, which is so wild too, because like the amount of times like in my old room that I would be up at like 11, 12 o'clock in the middle of the night, literally, which 11 o'clock is like midnight in New York anyway, so it kind of matches. But I would literally be sitting like thinking about like my past years of like being in school, and then or like thinking about this or thinking about that, and then like listening to songs that like made me think of those things. And like it literally was like she has been spying on me and then like wrote this album for me. I don't know, I feel like a lot of fans can agree, but it's like wild how much her songs, whenever her new albums come out, like stuff that I went through those same years, I can relate in her songs to those things that I went through in my life. It's so weird. But another thing is I feel like she definitely has had, obviously she's had this album, I feel like during when Karma was supposed to be a thing, during the Reputation album, because I feel like the scene in Look What You Made Me Do, when it's like all of her eras and like her the plane, I feel like that was like a hint to this album as well. And like she was hinting it when she was in her old record label, and then put it into this and was able to actually make it happen in this record label, like label studio thing, whatever she has going on now. But anyways, that is my thoughts on the Taylor Swift situation. And I'm trying to think of what else. So yeah, I think right now I am going to watch The Vampire Diaries. And reading, I am like in a weird, like I'm actually not in a reading slump, which is weird. Like I'm not in one, which is nice, because then that way I can actually get some reading done, because I feel like every single time I would start reading a book, I just not like it, and I would get into a slump and not read as much. And when I did the spooky middle grade readathon, I kind of like did it in like my own, like, I don't know how to say it, but like I kind of basically did it on my own without like posting about it really, even though I'm like really into like posting about my books and vlogging and all that stuff. I just was in a weird mood that week where I just like was needing to just take a break from reading sprints, from posting, from everything, and just like focus on myself for a week, but also still participate without like actually actively participating in the reading readathon. And So I read Hocus Pocus, the illustrated version. I read This Appearing House and The Goals of Howell's Fair, and those 3 books were really great books, but I didn't really like Goals of Howell's Fair very much. Hocus Pocus, obviously 5 stars, and then the other one I definitely gave 5 stars because of the way that it was written and everything. But those are the books that I read, which prompted me to read 3 books at once. So once I finished a book, I would start a new book. And that's what I've been doing for like the past week, almost 2 weeks now. And I have read so many books. But I kind of want to talk about those when I get to the end of the month. And then I'm also planning on doing the Gilmore Girls readathon. I need to post my TBR for that. But yes, I have a lot of stuff that I'm planning with reading right now because I want to. I'm literally like 14, 13 books away from hitting my goal of reading 100 books this year. So that's exciting. And so that's why I'm trying to pump out reading as much as I can right now. And so I'm trying to read 3 books at once and changing them out. Once I finish the next book, I just start a new book. And my next and then I'm doing that until the Gilmore Girls readathon. And then after that readathon, I'll decide how I want to go about my reading. But I'm very excited for it. And at the moment, I will tell you I am reading Daybreak on Raven Island, which is my favorite right now. I'm reading A Pumpkin in a Patch, which I don't know how people would, I feel like nobody would understand what I'm saying, but maybe some people will get it. But I feel like this book is like if Verity from Colleen Hoover was like a Hallmark movie, or like a Hallmark movie. If Verity, and like if it was a Hallmark movie and not so psychological thriller like, it gives me very much Verity storyline vibes, but not as like crazy like psycho-ness, if that makes sense. And if you've like read both books, you would kind of know what I'm talking about. And then the 3rd book that I'm reading is, I think it's called The Door Under the Staircase or something like that. And I just started it last night. I've only read the first 4 chapters. But I'm trying to read all of my books I downloaded on my iPad for the fall time because I had so many and I did not know how I was going to read them all. So I've been like choosing a book every single time that I finish a book. So anyways, that is that. I've been talking for literally 15 minutes. I need to like save some space for the rest of the day. But let's go ahead and watch some Vampire Diaries. So I picked up these cute little fall and Thanksgiving type Halloween, a mixture of everything, fall, Halloween, and Thanksgiving decor pieces from Walgreens actually, which is like very random. I feel like nobody thinks about getting decor from there, but they had these cute little ones that light up, and then I got this like fake flower thing, and then a pumpkin that says autumn leaves on it, and then this one that has leaves all over it. I thought that those were so cute, and I don't know where I'm going to put them yet, but they're just kind of hanging out on my counter right now until I can find places for them. change of clothes. I just went, like an hour ago, went and got Wendy's for dinner tonight. I went and got a burger and fries because that just sounded good to me, and Piper went along with me. So we had us a little time in the car listening to Midnights by Taylor Swift. I also am wearing my folklore shirt, so there's that. And then now I am actually going to be watching, I feel like nobody, unless you follow this person, would know that this is happening, or unless you watch the CW channel or anything. But if you don't know who this person is, I will be shocked. But the magician Chris Angel, who is like huge in Vegas, he's been on A&E like for years, like doing his mind freak stuff, his all of his different shows that he has done, and he has a show in Vegas. He is a very, he's like the #1 magician in the US right now, and I have been a fan of him since his first ever show on A&E called Mind Freak, and I've literally watched every episode. I'm obsessed with anything that he does. But anyways, he is coming out with almost like a Dancing with the Stars, but for magicians, and it's called Magic with the Stars, and it actually is on right now at 7 o'clock on the CW. Tonight's the first episode, and actually, if you are a Disney person and liked watching Disney Channel in the early 2000s, Corbin Bleu, that was on Jump In and High School Musical, is in this episode, and he is going to attempt one of Chris Angel's magic tricks and see if he can do it just as good as him, which obviously that will not happen, but you know what I mean. To see what this show entails, it's brand new, and tonight's the first episode, and then I'm planning on ending the night with 2 new Hallmark Christmas movies. I watched the new one last night, and it was okay. I would give it like 3 stars, because it was one like I would maybe watch again if it was on, but I don't think that it was like one of my favorites. It was kind of like in the middle rating for me. It's not really my favorite, but I'm excited to watch the ones for tonight. So that's kind of what I'm going to be doing the rest of the night, is just watching Hallmark movies until I can't keep my eyes open, and I'm just going to go to bed. So I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys for watching this this random day of my life vlog, and I'll see you. And make sure to subscribe to my channel, because there's a lot of fun things happening. Follow me on Instagram, because I've been posting a lot recently, and I want to get back into it, because I've kind of taken a break for a little bit, but I really want to get myself back into it and post more. So yeah, so I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.